back. We're not getting into game just yet. We're running into a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
There was a little minor inconvenience in rounding up one of the rounds. It's being worked on right now. In the meantime, we're gonna yap.
Yeah. We can talk about so many things.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was very happy with the interview. I thought it was very insightful.
Yes.
To hear from the Afanas, because even though it seemed like a blowout near the end, it was close. It was close until it wasn't. But up to that point, I mean, I don't want to say it's lucky, right? Because let's be real, he played really, really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only so much you can do against top decking uniques, right? So I think it was a very impressive performance, and I'm glad he was here to shed some light on some of his thinking.
Well, we can maybe, I don't know how far it is. Maybe if you find another interview partner for a short interview.
Right now.
Should I go around and pick out someone?
I mean, they're all prepping for the next round, so I don't think that.
So they you
Yeah,
think,
because they're like all running to the goal, right?
Yeah.
I think we would be sadly adding to the delays.
Yeah. Okay. So we have to.
Oh, is that sarcasm I read in chat? Is that a little bit? Yeah, I mean, I will say it has been a lot of Afanas. It's the most represented hero on the event. I think we can safely say that without spoiling too much. The stats will all be on later. But it's quite a flexible. And even though we have seen a lot of Afanas, we have at least seen two variations of Afanas.
Yes. Yes, I would. What would I like to see? Let me think about.
Sierra. Give me that Sierra.
Yes, I would like to see an Axiom. Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Something new, something special, maybe.
Yeah. I like Lyra as well.
Yes.
I don't mind Lyra that much.
Lyra.
One thing that surprised me, we haven't seen a single Bravos deck yet.
Yes.
Even though I think Bravos is the second.
Show you mine. I have one.
Dude, so let's go through it. Is it updated?
Yes, it is. Maybe I'm missing some cards of it, but only a few ones.
And just for all clarity's sake, so people can scan these, right, if they want.
Yeah. It's completely scanned. I think so.
Boo. All right, so a little deck review.
Yes.
For our good friend Kojo and the cat.
Yes.
It's not a dog. Everybody who calls this a dog, go to jail. It's not a dog. Yeah, I love that. All right. Ooh, welcome, Altered Corner. Glad to have you. Walk me through it. What is the identity of the deck? Are we tempoing? Are we trolling?
Of course. The deck is really good to be to build for new players because the key cards are common and rare.
Show me three cards that are like the
Duel of Grit.
Duel of Grit rare. I'm sure most people know it from top of their head, but for those who do not, it's from Whispers of the Maze. 2 mana, fleeting, discard target character with a hand cost less than or equal to the hand cost of a character you control. If I control a 2 mana character, I can discard a 2 mana character. Period. Now, second card in hand, and this is one that I have been very excited for. And when it got released, at least in my corner, people were not excited about it. But it is Rare Daedalus. 3 mana for a 0/3/3 on arrow. Target another target character in play or in reserve, then roll a die. On a 4-up, we both gain a boost. On a 1/3, I gain a boost, but he has Scout for 1. And why I love this, and then I'll say it, and then you tell me if that is the exact same reason.
Yeah.
It's so flexible, and it always fills out your curve. The fact that it is both a 1 cost, 3 cost, and a 4 cost, where you can like play it for scouting and then play it again for 4, makes it so you're always using up all of your mana.
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
It's a really good card. It's one of the best cards I think for Bravos in.
How many do you play?
At least I would like to have two, but you see only one because I already only got one rare card out of the displays. So
Yeah, and I will say,
I would like
I
to
think
s-
3 is too much.
three is too much. Two
Yeah,
is perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Three is
Third card. Third card. What's the third pillar of your deck? First one, Duel of Grit. Yeah, you
Yes.
can't tell for shit.
two-
Dataless for a 3 cost on a character.
Yeah,
And of course it's Haven Syringar, but we're not going to mention that.
there's something new inside from the maze. It's a mess. It's this one.
I think it's quite tidy, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's a very clean card.
Yeah.
It is called the Mess.
It's called the mess. Yeah.
Tell me, what does it do?
Yeah, it does when a character leaves your expedition zone, I gain 1 food counter.
Bye, Keelan. Have fun at Pride, mate.
Yeah, bye bye. You can tap the card, spend 3 of my food counters to resupply.
And now, Bravo's early tempo lacks gas in the later game.
Yes.
Is this the answer to all my prayers?
Well, at least I don't know because you need some good cards in the reserve to some cheap cards maybe the hanger.
But just the fact that you are seeing more cards, and if you hit this in one of the few turns early on,
Yeah.
what an absolute nightmare. Because
Yeah.
it also triggers off of. I actually way prefer the common over the rare one because it triggers off of tokens.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't get to draw a card, but so many cards want to be in reserve anyway, or are stronger from reserve. Haven Syringars, or you have a Haven Bastion now.
I have this.
I think there's very, very little reason to ever play the rare over the common one at this point.
The Telerian Skater is quite fun.
Yeah, and more scouting, more 1 mana after use. And the thing when you spam scouting, you are losing out on cards, right? Because you're spending mana for a card that is not sticking around. So in some cases, they might give a boost. So it's like a 1 mana 1/1, but you're immediately losing that card. But when you play the mess, it kind of makes up for it a little bit. So you are not always down in card advantage. And I think Scout, we have not seen too many repeating card mechanics yet.
Yeah.
But I really, really hope that Scout is a feature that we will see back maybe in set 4 or in set 6.
Maybe.
I would love to see them expand on it. 'Cause it opens up so many interesting decks.
Yeah.
Of course, it could make Scout decks too reliable if they all can do Scout, right? But I really hope it's not a one and done mechanic. That's all I'm saying.
Is there any mechanic you hope to see in future expansions?
I would love to see an Ordis landmark focused mechanic. And right
Yes.
now it's all only the uniques that care about it.
Yeah.
But I think there would be a wonderful hero, and fingers crossed that in the next set it's coming out. But something that cares about sacrificing the landmarks, or sacrifice landmarks in Axiom, or just landmark priority in general for Ordis.
And what do you think about maybe something like a poison counter? If you can reduce the stats of a character, maybe 1/1/1 or something. When you get a poison, you get deal poison counters by maybe some Muna Vipers or something like this.
Something that like when a
I'm
card
speculating.
leaves,
I don't know that, but
and then for each point in a biome, it gets a counter.
Of course.
And then for you can spend, let's say, 4
Yes.
of these counters to give
yes.
X amount of boosts.
Or maybe like a sand. It's called sand. A snake viper. It's a viper for maybe for Bravos to bring down a little bit all the anchored characters.
We
Instead,
literally have the hunger.
we literally have the hunger, guys, and
Which is such a menace.
2 time.
And I mean, as a Fen player, I hate this card.
Yeah.
It's my downfall.
Maybe we have to tell what the hunger is doing. Oh, but are.
Yeah, we might be getting in the late
Yes,
too.
so
They're still cutting each other.
yeah, so I have to be fast. It's a hunger. It's an 8/6 card.
Faster.
It's rare.
Faster.
Faster. It's a 3/3/3. From hand, discard all other cards in play or in reserve.
And that is the kicker, huh? In reserve.
When a card goes to the discard pile, I gain 1 boost. If I am fleeting, I am gigantic.
Yeah, this is nuts. I mean, and That is not even to speak of what a Menace's card is on like Arcolano Milk,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, sure, you can't play it from reserve, but having like an 8/8/8 gigantic in there, dude, it's so game over for that.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So,
We,
and our prayers have been answered.
yes.
We have a Bravos deck on stream.
We have a Bravos
and
deck
it
on
is
stream.
looking spicy. Kojo will be
was-
making its first appearance on stream.
Yes, versus Afanas once again.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, yeah, that is our fifth straight Afanas.
Yes.
We've had a third of them.
Well, I will focus a little bit on Bravos, on Kojo.
I think it would be interesting to have that view.
Yeah. Shake hands, and we are right in the first.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my drink that's over there.
Yes, grab your
Please
drink.
keep entertaining.
Yes, grab your drink. So cards are prepared, and we see the first card will be Heaven Bastion. Bravos.
Not bad.
For
Right off the bat, Kojo's not
oh
going
no
first.
no no he's yeah okay, on the left side he's keeping the hands, on the right on the right side he's keeping his hand, on the left side he's maybe putting the card to the mana bar. So,
The expeditions have swapped again for people paying attention. The hero is back on the
Yes.
on our right.
and all right, yeah, yeah. So I don't know the players at least, but
So I think we're doing some dry running here for.
yeah,
they-
yes.
They are spoiling the match for us.
Yes.
All right, Baba Yaga, a card not as seen as often anymore.
Yeah,
For well, mainly because it's banned for Ordis.
yes. Bravos
And,
Passion and Tiny Jin.
Yeah, that is an absolutely wonderful start, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely crier of a start. Powerful Tiny Jin, best early. It's gonna come out with 2 boosts if that Haven is allowed to stay out. So far, Kojo is absolutely chilling.
We see a Mighty Jin in the reserve of the Bravos player, and the discussed Baba Yaga in the reserve of Afanas.
Now, new day. Kojo will making its introduction. Oh, absolute in foil. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Is it in foil? Yes, looks like. It's beautiful, yeah. That's a really nice artwork.
Yeah, Baba, I think you're right, but I also kind of like the untouchability of the discard pile and the mana zones right now.
Yeah.
I think if they would introduce a mechanic like that, it would probably have to be so expensive that it's probably not really playable in a competitive setting, which I think is fine, because it's like once you open the door to that, it's something you're gonna have to keep in the back of your head for a very long time. Orb for orb, I don't mind that actually. That could actually be maybe like maybe the opposite of like what's it, the feast we have in Muna, where 2 mana you draw a card and you both gain an orb. Could be 2 mana, your opponent discards a card and he loses a mana orb, but it can't be an orb as well.
Yeah, that's
That would be busted for 2 mana.
Yes.
That would be absolutely busted.
yeah.
All right, maybe not that, but I like it. I like it.
But you see how fast they are moving, but now we have an advantage of the Bravos player.
Yeah, they are moving quick.
Yes,
They are moving
they are
quick.
playing quick.
Yeah, you'd love to see it, man. We can do 15 interviews after this one. Shout out from Chile. Hehe, love to see it. Mr. Worldwide over there. Now, the Afanas is keeping up fairly well. Would you say so?
Yes, he's doing. He's only one tumor card behind. There was a question in the chat for if proxies are allowed. Well,
No.
no. It depends on
In this tournament, they are not allowed,
yeah.
as far as I know. Maybe
Yes.
if I'm talking live right now, the production will come in chat and correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but yeah, I think digital ownership is the absolute bare
This is
minimum.
important.
It's a requirement.
Yeah.
But because print on demand is usually coming in on time,
Yeah.
you need ownership. That is the bare minimum, right? Sure, yeah, for tokens, yeah. But like, let's say our uniques, we need them physically, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for tokens, can be represented for anything, even alt art tokens, but it's totally fine. But for all the cards that are in your deck and in your deck list, you need digital ownership, and you need to have them physically. Previously, there were some more leeway because the marketplace wasn't online yet.
Yeah.
But with the marketplace up and running, print and demand running, we can be stricter in it,
Yeah.
and people are to be expected to have the cards
Yeah.
physically with them.
And that was the thing that was Equinox thinking about, that everyone has his own cards when we are playing official tournaments. Yeah.
Now, we have slowed down as the pressure is still mounting
Yeah.
from the Kojo player. No rest for the wicked. And can you tell me, is Snowman played more often in Kojo decks?
I have no snowman inside my deck. I'm not a browse player, at least, so I've put it out. But it was played in the first sets, in the first expansion. I mean, in the early months of the year.
It's rather interesting. Now, what I am curious about is I think Bravos has to be one of the lists where a lot of variety is introduced. There are very few, especially Kojo decks, that are alike. And that is not because the old usually try and do the same, like leverage tempo into a win. But the way you can do it is very broad. Some pieces will be more featured, like Haven Bastion, like Haven Seringar. The Mess will be usually in there as well. However, you see some people playing Twinkle Twinkle.
Yeah.
Because the sleep, sometimes is that one expedition is all you need. And, which I am personally a big fan of, the Slay. Allowing you to take that extra step.
Yeah.
It is so strong. Lost a bit of its power now that there's more permanent removal. But I would be very interested in finding out if he wields one of those. Gains one more boosts.
Yeah, we have the first unique, it's a Bushi. And the 2/2, it's 1, 2, 3. When a character you control gains one or more boosts, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, up to one target character gains fleeting. And for this card effect or instant effect, it's the next character you play this turn gains one boost.
All right, so pressuring the cards from hand currently, right? And
yeah.
I think that might not be a bad way to go, especially when all these silly mage dancers are coming out, right? Better to get rid of them quickly. And it's harder to punish now that Helping Hand is banned, of course. But he needs a counter first.
So we see Chiron for a boost.
That's going to give counters. And he can still put a card from his hand in reserve if he wished to do so, right? So the fleeting might not matter a lot more, but the fact that you can dump a card in reserve, he's not going to do it. But in certain situations, it will be nice to cheat something in reserve, right?
Yes, of course, yeah. And we see now the Off You Go was played against
Kojo?
Buddha,
Buddha,
yeah, the token. So the expedition side is now clear once again.
A Mess being played as well now, getting its first counter. It's it might be a little on the later side. You'd love to see it a little earlier, but getting it out right now means that possibly starting next turn they might resupply from it a little bit.
And another unique. I think it's a Spindle Harvester.
Yeah,
With
and,
1, 2 in maybe 2 in red. I don't know. We will see.
and now they're threatening the 2-0 day, right? Where they take 2 steps and Kojo goes nowhere. That Mage Dancer is now looking like a 6/6/6, I believe. And they are signaling that they'll be passive, drawing a card. So this Afanas is stabilizing. And yes, of course, the Mage Dancer will be making its leap because it's fleeting. However, there's a lot of value being accrued right now that might prove troublesome for the Kojo now that they're 1 expedition behind.
So from reserve, that Spindle Harvester gains anchored. We will see that next time. And if I have 2 or more boosts, you may return a spell from reserve to hand. He still have the counter of 1 on his card in reserve. Normally not staying on the card.
Yeah, and even though the mess is at 3, he's only 1 scout ability away from getting his 4th counter, right? Or 1 off you go to get its 4th counter.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's absolutely diabolical as well, especially with small step and everything not being there. The Slayer hasn't lost any power because you still get to cash in on it at dusk, so to speak. Now, is it enough? Oh, of course. The mess triggers on the 3 counters, doesn't it? When it's common. 4 counters is the rare.
It's 4. Do I have to look it up? That?
No, they just showed it. I mean,
Yeah,
here's the Spindle Harvester. So it gets anchored from reserve and a classic. 2 or more boost, bounce a spell. I believe he put a off you go back in his hand last turn. Did it have enough boost for? I believe it did. I believe it did.
Resupply, yeah.
I think trying to look at his discard pile. Might be close. Might only have had 1 boost. Would have to double check that. But yeah, the mess there. 3 of my food counters. I was messing it up with the rare, which needs 4 to draw a card. Now Moths flooding the battlefield left and right. Of course, has a boost on the other side. Was it the Showy Boon?
This card is helping a lot of decks.
They are tied currently. Yeah, I mean Moth of Flame, easy 3 include, right?
Yeah.
It's just a 3 mana 3/3/3 and then a 2 mana 3/3/3. It is just a jack of all trades. Good early, good late, great to bounce back to hand. Gets the job done most of the time. Now fighting against our Snowman, and there is a mana. It's not Eruption. It's the other one.
A change. It's not
Explosion or something.
No, it's mana eruptions, right?
It is Eruption.
Yes, it's eruptions. Others mana change.
Oh, Reaping. That's it.
Yes, reaping for Muna.
Yeah.
Eruption and mana change. It's changed. Is it changed? Or did I mix it up? Maybe I.
So they will be getting rid of that Spindler before it can bounce any of the uniques. Channeling.
Mana chanting, yeah.
That is the ramp one. There's one that puts opponent's card in reserve. I think it's Reaping.
It's that. Yeah, that's a reaping. Yeah.
Not happening at the very moment, and that might be the saving grace at this very moment. But it is getting very, very tight. They're tied up again, but the resources spent on the side of our Bravos player, our bottom player, is significant. And with the cards drawn and having not to discard from his reserve too much, I think Afanas is set up for success fairly well, unless they can get it done this turn right now while they have to boot a token at their side.
Yeah, we have the advantage now, and another.
That will help, and that is, I mean, only 2 from reserve. Are they in mountains? They are both exclusively a mountains on their companion side.
Yes.
So that is actually quite a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a starfish. For now, just a 1/1/1. From reserve, it will get some boost every time you cast a spell. It's the common one, so it's not going to draw you any cards.
Yeah. And the
Sabotaging, yeah. Get rid of those
heaven
blocks
bound.
right now.
Screaming Starship Fish, yeah. You play a spell, I gain 1 boost up to max of 2.
Yeah, Moth to the Flame being disposed of while pressuring the other side of the expedition as well. Now, it's very important that they... Alright, that is the end of... Yeah, it goes to reserve, not yet. It's fixed immediately. Just the opportunity still being left to be played. And that is another potential resupply. Might as well get it in now, because I think you'll be keeping those Haven Bastions above the mess, right? Especially if it doesn't have any counters yet. The extra boosts might be more valuable.
You have full reserve.
They don't have a lot of mana left, do they? And they will be putting the Jin in. But
So off you go, I think. Afanas.
yeah, only one card. Looks like, yeah, that's a 3/3/3. Getting in there, and if he stacks it well, I think he can give a boost to one as well. So that is a 4/4/4. But that is not enough, is it? Because I think the Jin is 0/2.
Jin is 0/0. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and they're tied on the other side. Not anymore, and that will be game. It will be Afanas taking it
Yes.
in what looked like a very, very close match. That a lot of stuff you put out, and in the end, using the mess was the downfall
Yeah.
of the Kojo deck, right? One total.